Hi, everyone. This is Mark Plunkett, the pastor of Heritage Presbyterian Church. This is another of our 2-minute Bible lessons, this one from the 8th chapter of the book of Acts. Now, let me tell you what's going on. Philip, one of Jesus' apostles, has been compelled by the Spirit, is what it says in the Bible, to go to the desert region near Gaza. So Philip goes there like he's told to do. And on the road, going past him, is an Ethiopian eunuch, someone who has come from Ethiopia to worship in the temple and give an offering. And now he's riding back home in his chariot. And he's reading the book of Isaiah. And the Spirit pretty much compels Philip, run up to him, go up to him. And so Philip runs up to him and has this conversation with the Ethiopian. The Ethiopian doesn't quite understand what he's reading, and Philip explains it to him. Then the Ethiopian says, "Is there anything to stop me from being baptized?" And Philip said, "No." And of course, they just happened to find water in the middle of the desert. And so they both get out of the chariot. Philip baptizes the Ethiopian. Then Philip, as they come out of the water, Philip is taken away. He's taken away. He's gone. The Ethiopian looks around, praises God, gets back in his chariot, and rides back to Ethiopia. But there is something that I have missed here. There is a missing verse. If you are looking in chapter 8 at verse 36, it says, "As they traveled along the road, they came to some water, and the eunuch said, 'Look, here is water. Why shouldn't I be baptized?' And then the very next line says, 'And he gave orders to stop the chariot. And then both Philip and the eunuch went down to the water,' and so forth and so on." Here's the problem. That goes from verse 36 to verse 38. What happened to verse 37? Well, see, here's the problem. I had somebody in my church ask me this, and I'm not going, I never noticed that before. In the oldest versions that we have of the New Testament, they don't have anything else. It goes straight from what I just read in verse 36 to what I just read in verse 38. But in some of them it says, Philip said, "If you believe with all your heart, you may." And the eunuch answered, "I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God." Now that's interesting. It's left out of the Bible because it wasn't in the oldest translations that we have. It's not the only verse that's left out of the Bible. The Bible has all kinds of things in it where some of the ancient sources have notes in the margin that said, we don't know what this says. We have to take the Bible the way it is, translated by human beings, inspired by God, but maybe it's got some mysteries to it.